While the theory of teleportation seems like something that spawned from some movie, it's actually been used in recorded fiction since the late 1800s. Because of this, there are a small amount of people who believe it's possible, and then there are people who believe it's actually being done. Certain videos have surfaced that apparently show these instances of teleportation, so that's what we're going to have a look at today. Now keep in mind, I'm not saying these videos are real or fake, and I'm going to leave that up to you. But these are supposed to be some of the most believable teleportations ever recorded, so we might as well give them a chance. But without further ado, here are 10 teleportations that were caught on tape. Number 1. This footage shows a person driving their car as they're about to pass an intersection. However, right as they go to cross it, this happens. This video left quite a few viewers confused, and for good reason, because it appears as if this car showed up out of nowhere. Even the people who were in the crash appear to be very confused about what just happened. So the question is this a car teleporting out of thin air? Well, whenever a video like this surfaces, most people point to the fact that it's probably just a camera angle. And while that very well may be true, we haven't really been given any definitive answers, so we can't exactly be too sure. Number 2. This footage was taken by a CCTV camera that shows a police car and a truck driving past some traffic lights. It's here when we see another vehicle drive past the two of them at an incredibly quick pace. So quick in fact that it looks as if the police car didn't even notice it, and it looks as if the vehicle literally drove through the police car and the truck. Some people have claimed that because it's actually going through physical objects, that it's a form of teleportation, but for the most part, it still remains a mystery. Number 3. This is footage that was taken in Russia and shows 4 guys who appear to be looking for someone. They eventually find him and it turns out to be this guy. So they chase him into a bookstore and eventually catch up with him. And that's when the event in question goes down. While a few people do believe that this is proof of teleportation, most people are understandably skeptical. Because, well, let's be honest for a second, this is a bit ridiculous, isn't it? This is a bit ridiculous? Indeed it is, but most people are pretty unclear as to whether this is in some kind of a movie, a TV show, or it's some kind of advertisement. In fact, many viewers were under the impression that it was a student project, so people have begged the question, why? Why is there so much effort put into it? There's extras, locations, half-decent special effects, all for something that people were going to call fake from the get-go. So yeah, that is a little bit strange, but if it is fake, fair play to whoever made it because it is pretty cool. Number 4. This video shows us footage of a truck driving on a highway until all of a sudden a person seemingly appears out of nowhere. It looks as if they were only a few inches away from getting hit by the truck. However, the person in question remains extremely relaxed for someone who is pretty close to possibly dying. Like they just walk to the side of the road and almost look like they're just enjoying the view or something. And also, is this person wearing tinfoil? I'm pretty sure this person's wearing tinfoil. So with the whole popping out of nowhere thing, the weird appearance, and the fact that they react in a very relaxed manner after almost dying, some people believe that this person not only has the ability to teleport, but that this person may have traveled from a different time or a different planet. Which is way more than I should be covering right now, so we're just gonna move on, because that's too much. It's too much. Number 5. This is a very popular clip that was recorded in China. It starts off normally enough with the person behind the camera recording what appears to be some kind of a photo shoot. We then see a man walking down the street at a brisk pace. The video then takes a strange turn when his hands begin to light up. He notices the person on the camera recording it, so he panics and makes a run for it. However, the person on the camera begins to follow him. A small chase ensues and it ends up looking like the man gets hit by a bus. But this is not the case. We see him one more time in a different location. His hands are yet again lighting up, and like that, he vanishes. People have speculated that it's more than likely an advertisement for something, and that is of course plausible, but to be honest, if it's real, that's awesome, and if it's fake, that's awesome, because either way, this video is pretty awesome. Come on. Number 6. This is footage recorded from a car on a highway. This car here is the one to look out for because while it was switching lanes, this happened. It's unclear where this guy came out of because before the car switches lanes, you can't see him anywhere in sight. So people have come to the assumption that this guy has some kind of a teleportation power and just used it at the wrong time in the wrong place. People have argued this by stating that it may have been a camera angle or the man may have fallen out of the car. However, only a couple of seconds after the man is hit, we can see that the doors are closed. So the question of where this guy came out of remains unanswered. Number 7. This is footage of a street race happening in Chile. In the clip, we can see two cars drive by when a dog appears out of nowhere. The dog seems to just fade into the street, and neither of the cars beep or attempt to stop, making it seem like the dog did actually appear after the cars drove by. Number 8. This video features two guys in some woods talking to the camera. At one point, it appears as if someone runs past the camera at a really quick pace. The cameraman notices this but eventually brushes it off thinking it was nothing, until it happens again. At this stage, they all start freaking out and begin running away. While it's very possible that it might just be someone running past the camera in general, the speed at which they are running is pretty incredible. The camera can't process it properly and the person running manages to run by both people in the video in less than a second. Number 9. This is a very famous and well-known clip that shows a police chase occurring. During the chase, the car that's being pursued is acting very strange and sporadically, driving in a very strange manner on a consistent basis. While this was probably pretty confusing to the police, what must have baffled them the most was the conclusion to the chase. Because right at the end of this whole ordeal, the car that's being chased makes a turn and seemingly drives through a fence. It's unclear how exactly this happened, and the person being pursued got away. Number 10. This video was taken somewhere in China and shows a girl walking down the street until some kind of a light emits from her head. She almost immediately begins running, and soon after she seems to vanish into thin air. We can then see a light in the distance that may suggest she just teleported. Now, I included this video in the list for a couple of reasons. 1, it's very interesting, and 2, it's very well made. However, the main reason was definitely because whenever a conversation about teleportation seems to arise, this video is almost always brought up. However, as much as I hate to say it, it is indeed fake. It was actually a part of a marketing campaign for a Chinese MMO known as Jusan 2, who are also responsible for this footage. And that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, don't forget to hit that like button. Also, if you're new, you can subscribe for similar top 10s. I'm intending to make this caught on tape thing a series where we take a look at a bunch of weird shit that's been recorded, so I hope you decide to stick around for that. But that's all for now. Until next time.